Okay. Right. Is it visible, students, now? I think it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will start my presentation mode. Yeah, let's go there. This is what our topic today: weathering of rocks. Okay. Internet was very. Now it will be fine. Wait. Okay, students. Now it is okay. I think. Is it okay? Is it visible? Is my voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So weathering. So very formality. If I talk very formal way, let us see what is the very first we have to see what is the definition. So definition will give a clear cut idea what is weathering. So what is weathering, we will see what is the type of weathering is here. So weathering, it's a process of disintegration. Just in the previous in our discussion during before this live streaming, we have discussed that some people said that it's a broken down, breaking down, like that. So all are thinking about breaking, because you are always all of a sudden you think in your mind what do you get. Withering means completely destruction. You all of a sudden your brain get only one idea, that is nothing but all the rocks and all the rocks. So if I want to talk in very informal, all the stones, for in a very informal language, if I want to, all the stones are broken down. So that is what this is what in integrating in this very first definition. It is a process of disintegration, decomposition. It's a chemical method of weathering, students. If I use decomposition, it's a chemical weathering of rocks and minerals which are brought about by physical agents and chemical processes. See, you see, students, here they mention physical agents, but in chemical they mention it's a process. So here some agents were involved. That agents will give some physical method of disintegration of our rocks. So due to the effect of these two processes, it leads to the formation of regolith. Regolith, students, naturally you may have seen, especially in your BSc, on there is no chance for BSc students. MSc students, whenever you dig a profile, you can get some major horizons A, B, and so if in between you can see alluvial horizon, and some specific endopedons. But all of a sudden, if you go in depth, you can see some unweathered or improperly weathered material. That is called the regolith. Actually, that material is very important for the engineering people. So they will read more about the regolith, because that regolith plays a major role in the withholding of the engineering constructions like dams, buildings, etc. So it is not our part. Anyhow, if regolith is nothing but unconsolidated residues of weathering of rocks on Earth's surface and above the solid rock. Maybe any this weathering may occur on Earth surface, above the Earth surface, or even above the solid rock. Before, if you go very in depth, you can see some rocks. Above that rocks also, you can see the weathering process. This is one type of definition. See, in this definition, it explains what are the process we can, what are the thing we can learn from this definition. We indirectly they are saying that physical weathering is nothing but some physical and chemical method of doing some physical and chemical method of business. That is, this is what mentioned in the very first definition. And coming to the next definition, students, what they are saying, For very simplicity, it is a process. It is also a process means going on by which Earth crust or lithosphere is broke down by activity of atmosphere. See, atmosphere. Atmosphere means all of a sudden you will get some one soil forming factors, climate, etc. All those things we will learn in the next class. Okay, atmosphere with the aid of hydrosphere and biosphere. See, it is a breaking down of Earth's crust or lithosphere with the activities of atmosphere with the aid of, see, it is taking aid of hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is water. Here we can see some biosphere means we, animals and human beings, etc. Atmosphere is nothing but some climatic conditions. So here also indirectly they are mentioning about the physical and chemical value. So okay, sir, I'm so lazy. Why should I learn all these big definitions? I want simple definitions. Means it's a process of soil rocks into parent material or regolith. So it is a process of transformation of solid rocks into parent material or regolith. Okay, students, this is the definition. These are the definitions for weathering. So whenever you see the definition, you should understand what the definition is conveying, what the definition is talking with us. So these are the three different simple definitions for weathering process. Now we will see what is next. So next, so it's the conversion of parent material now. So whatever the rock is completely converted to parent material. So parent metal is nothing but it is a regolith. So parent metal is nothing but regolith or at least upper portion, mostly after some. It is regolith somewhat improperly broke down. May be defined as unconsolidated or more or less chemically weathered material, mineral material, which form the soil or development. Actually, students, parent material means it's somewhat improperly developed. That means it didn't go through any chemical weathering. It isn't went to the any chemical weathering. So that is called the parent material. That portion is called the parent. Generally, parent materials are like this. Sometimes it looks like this. These are the some part of regolith. Actually, the regolith means I can't say in words. Practically, if you say regolith means, you can understand. And weathering, students. So weathering, how many types of weathering are there? Just previously we had just some few minutes back we have discussed. Very first is physical weathering. There is only physical involvement. So physical weathering leads to some disintegration of the rocks. That's why you can see here some disintegration. And another one is chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is something called decomposition. Due to this chemical weathering processes, what will happen? It leads to some decomposition. And another one, student, it is called the biological weathering. Biological weathering is due to the impact of some animals, like, and even termites also will play some important role, students. Actually, if I want to talk some philosophical way, except human beings, except we human beings, the great intelligent human beings, every animal on this planet is contributing something to the soil. For the development of the soil, something is contributing by every animal. But we human beings are destroying the earth and we are killing the soil like anything else by using improper management of soil. We are killing all the biological diversity in the soil. So ultimately that leads to a lot of problems. Anyhow, coming to the subject, weathering means there are three types of weathering is there: physical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. Physical weathering is nothing but sometimes we can indicate as disintegration of parent or frogs. Chemical weathering nothing but decomposition. So each one will be followed by one after the other. So this is what I'm mentioning. Depending upon the agent, tapete and power weather phase classified into three types. So these are the agents. So what are the three types? Now we will see. So different agents of weathering. What are those? In physical or mechanical weathering or chemical weathering. So these are the three different types of weathering. In physical or mechanical weathering, we can see very first in physical weathering we have to see what is the condition of the rock. Okay, and another one, there will be some changes in temperature due to the some diurnal changes. Naturally, in the morning hours, in morning hours or noon hours, we can see there's high temperatures, and in evening or in night time suddenly temperature will be decreases. So this ding dong battle, so this up and down low in temperatures will lead to some changes, and that contributes something to the weathering of the soil. And another one is, students, very important, action of water is very important, and also very interesting also. In weathering of water, we can see some fragment transportation, and we can see some freezing effect, and also we can see some alternate wetting and drying method also. So these are the something, and also action of glaciers. So naturally, we can see this in some polar countries. Naturally, polar countries means we can see some Russian, can see some in Russia or in even some Greenland, some polar conditions. We can see this type of weathering. And fourth one is action of wind. So even some wind also will have some place an important role. And fifth one is atmospheric electronic phenomena. During some thunderstorms, all those things, we can see some sort of weathering effect, some effect on the rocks. So we will read physical weathering under these headings. Okay, some from these headings, we one by one we will read the physical weathering. Coming to another part, chemical weathering. That is called, we can say, hydration. Hydration, it's the addition of water. Hydrolysis, breaking down. Lysis means breaking down, water breaking down. Hydro means water, lysis means breaking, we are breaking the water. So there's hydrolysis. And another one is solution. So naturally some acid reactions, when carbon dioxide was mixed with, carbon dioxide was joined with water, we can see some carbonic acid, etc. So that is one. And also carbonation, some carbon due to the root respiration, we can see these reactions. And oxidation and reduction, very comfortable reactions, we all know what is oxidation and reduction. And another one, biological. These are very simple students. Man and animal involvement. Actually, we men, in my view, man is nothing is contributing. Is only destroying. Animals, yeah, they are very good. I mean, from rat to even some small rabbits, termites, everything they're contributing something to the weathering. And some higher plants, even higher plants also is by releasing their acids from their roots by dissolving some minerals from the rocks. They're helping the next generation to feed on the earth. So microorganisms, very interesting, though they're very small, their contribution immense on the planet Earth. So we will learn all from today's lecture. We will learn about all these three major weathering process one by one in these headings only, students. So please, I hope you are maintain the running note. Please note down. So very first we will see, students, physical weathering. So physical weathering, nothing but it is a rock disintegration broken down comparatively smaller pieces without any producing of new substance. For example, students, we are using some, so we are using something, okay, some rock. What we will do, we are something is breaking down, we are breaking with some, it was some breaking means nothing, so we are breaking down. What will happen, it will convert it into few more pieces, but there will be no change in their chemical composition, students. Only sizes has been distributed. That means one big rock is converted into small pieces. So there is no production of any new substance. Here only we can see some big substance converted into small pieces. This is what explaining in the this is what explained in the first slide. So coming to the next, so the permeability of the rock is an important single factor. Naturally, student, permeability. What is permeability means? Core structure, porous. A porous structure, say, like sandstone weathers more readily than fine texture, almost or except basalt. So sandstone, general student, sandstone will be able to take some time to weather, but coming to the fine texture, so anyhow, core structure will be weather very fast than compared to the fine texture. So fine texture will more readily weathered than compared to the coarse texture. Coarse texture. So this is the meaning. This is the permeability factor also is one of the important thing. And coming to that, unconsolidated volcanic ash also ash quickly as compared to unconsolidated core substance. So volcanic ash was weathered very quickly when compared with some unconsolidated coarse deposits like gravels. Just we have discussed in the previous, gravel when compared to volcanic ash, gravel is weathering is very slow, but volcanic ash is readily weathered. This is the reason. These are the physical weathering. Coming to the action of temperature, students. Physical condition. Actually, this we have discussed about what are the physical conditions. Now we will see the action of temperature. So as I said, students, in the morning hours, what we can see, there will be a heavy temperatures, lot of temperatures. If you see on the South Andhra, especially in Andhra Pradesh, South coastal Andhra Pradesh, or even if you see some southern regions like Karaikal in Tamil Nadu, you can see Karaikal, the temperatures are very high. Even in Chennai, you can see very big temperatures. What there will be, even sometimes it reaches to 45 degrees also. All of a sudden, they're quite different. If you see in very night time, what will happen? The temperatures really goes down to around, even sometimes it is gone to the 18 degrees. Nowadays, due to this global warming, we are seeing very high temperatures. we are not enjoying the winter season, but if we go some few years back, temperatures was very less in night times. So what will happen all of a sudden? Due to the heavy temperature, students, the rocks will be expand. The rocks or the mineral will be expand due to the heating of the sun. The same time, what will happen in night time? All of a sudden, the temperatures will be reduced. Temperatures will be reduced. What will happen? Due to this alternate expansion and contraction, what will happen? The rocks will be crumbled, become very weak. The structure will be disturbed. So what will happen? Ultimately, it will broken into pieces and pieces. That leads to some physical weathering conditions. So naturally, there will be some. We can see a lot of well. So this is the action of temperature. Due to this alternating temperatures from day to night is the action of temperature for the weather. It is been a continuation. What will happen? It will give some stress factors, nothing but it will give some stress action. Due to this alternating of the temperatures from day to night, what will it will give some stress factor and cooling down due to this cooling and cooling Students, are you listening to me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you follow this? What is this temperature effect on weathering?
Previous slides.
Oh, you missed the previous slide.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
should I continue the previous slide?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. This is what, right? Okay, students. Action of temperature. Generally, students, action of temperature means in daytime. In daytime, in few areas, naturally our Indian temperatures are very high. Especially in southern states, the temperature 40 degrees. The same time in night time, you can see the temperature is somewhat very less. So due to this alteration of temperature from high to low, there will be some expansion contraction of the rocks. And due to this continuous expansion and contraction, due to the effect of alter these temperatures, what will happen? The rock structure will be disturbed. There will be some stress will be there. Some stress will be happen. Due to this stress, what will happen? The big rocker size will become small, will be broken down into small fragments. That is the action of temperature. Due to the action of temperature, due to this alternation, expansion, contraction, the big rock will slowly. What will happen? It will be broken down into small fragmentations. At the same time, students, if you see there is one process called in few due to this alteration of temperature, what will happen? Some some weathering. What will happen means is peeling off. You can see some peeling of parent mass, just like our onions. If you started peeling off our onions, what will happen? You can see some layers we can see. Same thing was happening in the soil due to this alternation of temperature. So that is called that those type of peeling of parent material from the rock, from the parent mass, ultimately disintegration. That peeling of is called exfoliation. How that it looks, sir? It will looks like this. See, it will be look like this. So there will be peeling off. So upper layer will be due to the alternate temperature. What will happen means the upper layer will be removed. See, you can say first it was removed here, small things were removed. Later it was something was removed. So this peeling off is called, this type of weathering is called exfoliation weathering. Even informal way. If you are anybody have experience of reading Chagall literatures, he always mention one word called onion weathering. Onion weathering is nothing but exfoliation. That is very informal word, but use exfoliation. So exfoliation is one of the type of weathering where the upper layers will be removed slowly in from the parent material. This is how this is the action of temperature. Now we will see what is next. What is next? So now we will see the water. So water plays a major role, students. Water has a major role on soil weathering. So how the water will act as? Water will act as agents. Some agents are there. What are those agents? First, it will disintegrate. It will be disintegrate the soil. Rain, the disintegrated material will be transported, and again that will be deposited in some other area. Just we have discussed in our previous explanation. Before starting of this lecture, I have asked the importance of river basins. Means because of this, soil will be completely disintegrated, and that disintegration, what will happen? It will be transported by the agent, water agent, and it will be deposited. So this is what action of water. Now we will see what is the disintegration, transportation, deposition. So fragmentation. So those fragment transportation, what will happen means, students, due to this, whenever rain was coming, water will beats over the surface of the rock. It will beat that heavy rains. What will happen? So what will happen? The rain occurs and start flowing towards the ocean. What will happen? These all fragments will be beating rocks. With water will started flowing towards the ocean. So when this movement was happening, there will be greater force, students. Water has a lot of energy. It has a great cutting and carrying forces. So whatever the sand or the rocks were coming between them, we can sense some cutting force will be there. Whatever the rocks are there, it will easily chop it off. Chop it means will give some, it will carry all the fragments. So what will happen ultimately due to this movement of action? You can see some gullies, some railways, some carriers. It will take some materials, some soil materials. It will take some sand particles. It will take all the fertile material from the water and it will deposit some other area. And this deposition will varies from variable sizes. Even sometimes it carries big stones, big rocks. Sometimes it will take small materials. Even silt deposits will be there in the where we have missed, students. Does we cover this slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will continue from next slide. Okay, from this slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, students. So based on the speed, so how much speed was water was carrying? We can see if the water was flowing around 15 centimeters per second, the water was moving around 15 centimeters means what will happen? It can carry around fine sand particles. It can carry some fine sand particles. It can carry fine sand particles. If the water was moving 30 meters, it will even carry some big gravels. Or if the speed was around 1.2 meters, it can carry stones. It can carry around 1 kg of stones. Okay. If it is 90 meters for 9 meters per second, bulldozer, especially you can see during floods, especially during that Kedarnath, we have seen some big big floods in Uttarakhand. You can see their big buildings were moving over because at that time the speed of water was very high. You can see it was taking away so that is more than 9 meters. That situation. Okay. This is the regarding the speed and fragmentation carrying and water persistent. Is there okay regarding with this slide? Hello? Hello, students?
Yes, sir. Continue.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. And another one is called, students, freezing, action of freezing. Students, best example,
Sir, voice not.
if I will ask one general question, then you will automatically can understand this slide. Students, how many of you
Sir,
have a
your
freeze
voice
in
is
your
not clear.
home? Freeze, refrigerator. How many of you have? Almost nowadays everyone have freeze. When you fill a full bottle of water in water and keep it in deep freeze in night time, and next day morning your bottle will be cracked down. Why? Why?
Pressure creation.
Due
In
to expanded its volume or pressure.
Okay. Okay, students, now it is okay. Is it okay now?
yes, sir.
Is it okay now, students? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, continue with this from freezing and thawing. Okay. Okay, please answer. So if you put a full water of bottle in a refrigerator, in deep freezer, in night, and now next day morning, if you see that bottle will, what will happen to that bottle?
Sir, bottle got cracked because
What
of due to
will
increases volume.
happen?
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, that's the same thing. The same thing was happening here also. In the rock, what will happen? After when water was freezes, what will happen? The water will be expanded, size will be expanded. What will happen? It will force to crack down wider. And due to this ice thaws, and this is called the freezing. And this type of action you can see only in very cold regions. This is the action of freezing. Is broken down into two pieces. This is one type of weathering of rocks. This is the action of freezing. Okay, students. Yes, students, we will deal only physical weathering today, and chemical weathering we will deal tomorrow due to the very unstable internet. Okay. Is it visible now? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Amma, we will deal only physical weathering. Hardly there is only two more slides. We finished off.
Yes, sir.
Very bad signals. Students, shall we continue or we can continue in the tomorrow's class? This weathering. Students, please respond. Shall we continue or we can start this tomorrow class?
Up to physical weathering continues.
Physical weathering only two slides are there. Okay, I will continue physical weathering. Chemical weathering we will see tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Situations are there. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now continue. So this is okay. Action of freezing due to the freezing effect. Due to what will happen whenever the ice was thawed, it will go deeper and deeper. It will broke down the big rock into small rock, two small pieces of rock. So this is one effect of action of freezing, and we can see in the next slide alternate wetting and drying, students. What will happen during this summer and dry weather condition? What will happen? The clay will be shrink. There will be some volume increases in during wetting condition. Then there will be decrease. The clay particles will shrink. Especially we can see this type. We can see in 2:1 mineral called Montemorlite. Especially we can see due to this alternate shrinking and drying, what will happen? There will be some breaking down. There will be some losing of rocks due to the expansion of this clay minerals. What will happen? These rocks will lose their rigidity, and eventually it leads to the breaking down. There will be breakdown. What will happen during students? During the summer, the expansion, what will happen? Some crack will be happen. And during, so after when water was came inside, what will happen during winter season? That students, it's not fair. It's too bad. Please leave the meeting. We will continue tomorrow class after this. Very bad lecture. This real. I feels very sad. I'm sorry, students. I'm unable to deliver the good lecture to you.
Yes, sir. It's okay, no problem, sir. Tomorrow we will continue.
I will continue tomorrow. This. See, whenever
Yes,
I
sir.
started sharing for PPT, I'm losing signals. But get ready, students. Prepare well. The exam is coming. I will conduct an exam based on the previous today's lecture, this lecture, and last 3 lectures. Okay, last 4 lectures.
Yes,
A
sir.
small exam will be there. Don't worry. It is very simple. Okay. You can leave the channel, students. Tomorrow we will meet again.
Sir, exam mode.
Yes.
How?
Exam I will inform because we have a lot of disturbances then this week. Exam mode. You're asking mode. How many?
Yes, sir.
I think there will be 4 marks for a one question. There will be 4 marks in ICR pattern, right?
Yes,
For,
sir.
for each one negative marking, how many marks you will lose? They change any.
1 mark, sir.
But what?
1 mark, sir. Negative mark.
One negative mark, 1 mark.
Yes, sir.
Or one correct answer will give 4 marks.
4 marks. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a new pattern. I think similar to the SRF students. SRF students, you also same, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. I will see that. Okay. Okay, I'll prepare the questions before that, and tomorrow I will complete this lecture. Is weathering. After weathering, you will see the factors forming, factors of soil forming. Then after these students, you will see in-depth things because you can see different things. You can see some classification of taxonomy. For taxonomy for SRF, very depth. Though JRF students also will have, but I will see how it will be conducted. Whether is it possible to conduct 2 different classes for SRF or JRF, or half lecture will be for JRF. I will decide. I will inform later on. Anyhow, students, thank you, students. Please leave the channel. We will meet tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.